The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.
President Obama and a new jobs controversy. That is the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo. New York Post reporting that job numbers during last year's presidential campaign were manipulated to the president's favor by people in the Census Bureau, which is responsible for the stats. The White House quickly denied any wrongdoing.
That story is obviously misleading. I think a lot of people shed a lot of credibility engaging in conspiracy theories last fall about rigged jobs numbers. I have to tell you, as somebody who's been here for a long time, when month after month after month the jobs numbers came in and then later were revised upward, I sure didn't feel like they were helping us.
However, President Obama did use the job numbers in question on the campaign trail.
This morning we found out that the unemployment rate has fallen to its lowest level since I took office. On Friday, we found out the unemployment rate has fallen from the height of 10% down to 7.8%, the lowest since I took office.
Now, Talking Points cannot say with any certainty whether the job numbers were fixed, and apparently a House committee is going to investigate. But you know how these things go. Benghazi was investigated, the IRS was investigated, fast and furious, on and on. Little is ever accomplished. The job story reinforces the deep suspicion currently enveloping the entire Obama administration. CBS poll out tonight, again, more weighted toward the Democrats, shows the president's job approval rating standing at a dismal 37%, the lowest point in that poll in his tenure. The disapproval number, 57%, is the same as President Bush had when the Iraq War was at its lowest point. In fact, Mr. Bush was on the Jay Leno program last night.
Now, I know you've avoided talking policy for the last 6 or 7 years. Explain why.
I don't think it's good for the country to have a former president criticize his successor.
Yeah, Now, President Obama's kind of getting all the late-night jokes now. Are you?
Better him than me.
Well, there you are. Are you glad you aren't president now?
Yes, I am. Yeah. 8 years is plenty.
And I think that's what Barack Obama must be saying as well. But as Talking Points pointed out yesterday, all the chaos is hurting we the people. It's hurting us. The economy stalled partially because of Obamacare. And overseas villains like Iran taking advantage of America's weakened status. When a president becomes unpopular, the unintended consequences of that affect everybody. Now, the factor will continue to investigate the job story, and if the numbers were cooked, criminal charges must be filed, even by an attorney general as political as Eric Holder. Tampering with a presidential election, perhaps the most serious political charge in the book. We need to get to the bottom of this, but my question is, who's even going to investigate it? And that's the memo.
The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.